My house out on Airbnb, and this is what happened. 29th of January, got a same day booking request. I was super excited because I actually needed the money, but this is what happened. As you can see, they started damaging a lot of stuff, took some of my cushions, threw my router down, my home security, and my Amazon Alexa, broke my TV screen, punched holes in the walls, broke my shelf, broke my table, bought a new one, and chairs. As you can see, there's still tags on them. Ruined all the carpet, stole my comforter, replaced my sheets, broke my shower caddy, and poured bleach down this tub, and I just got this refinished and I have to redo it all over again. Poked hella holes into my doors, scratched up my walls, got blood on the carpet, so I have to replace that as well. Took all my towels and sheets for each bedroom. Broke more than half my glasses, more than half my coffee mugs, and my wine glasses, and then bought these and replaced them. Broke my cabinet. Put random ass food in here. Dump bags of cake. Yes, bags of cake in here, and open food. And guess what? More cake. Stole half my silverware. Don't know where it's at. Pots and pans also gone. Threw bones and a lot of other stuff down the sink. And guess what? Now there's water that stopped up here, so I have to call a plumber. Like and follow for part 2 because it gets even worse.
I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, man. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you saw the clip. Google the book first so you can find it on Amazon. You might want to stop Airbnb in your place. And I'm talking to black folks specifically with this one. I got a few stories in mind, right? So my aunt used to do that Airbnb thing. And what she started to realize was, you know, for one, people would come like for events, tourist city. And she would realize if it was somebody that wasn't black realizing that she was the owner of the property and she was black, oh, they gonna tear some stuff up. They pouring grease down the sink. They just breaking stuff. Just you there for 2 days, 3 days, and just thousands of dollars worth of stuff just happen to be broke by the time you leave, and it's just like it's ridiculous. They couldn't do as much damage. They couldn't do a lot of loud damage because she was still on the property. It was like 2 separate properties, so that she could hear if you really tried to do something. And then I have a friend, different city, and she had one of those, moments where, they realized, I guess she was black or whatever, and they just decided to smoke and drink up the joint. Oh, they left some alcohol, but it's like the whole place smelled like, a cigarette testing, event, And the people I'm talking about with my aunt was Asian. The people I'm talking about, not the people I'm talking about with my aunt was white. The people I'm talking about with my friend was Asian. But I realized that when I talked to my mother a few years back about selling the house, and I told her, I said, you're gonna have to take all the stuff down in the house that can tip people off that you're black. And my mother was just naive at the moment. Oh, these people are good people and they're good. Our relatives is one of them good white people. And I'm like, whatever, ma. So she had to go through months of getting, they see the house and all of a sudden they making all these unnecessary demands and you need to do this and you need to do that. So the price of the house went down, all of a sudden, but everything they wanted to do, for them to do to make the house to their likings went up. And then it took my mother a few months to realize, it's because I'm black. Okay, because people were selling the house in the neighborhood. So the reason I'm putting that into, the real estate thing, because it's real estate, but also people changing. I remember my aunt saying, she had an incident where it was a white couple and a black couple. They came to our Airbnb. And it was just like the house Negro and the slave master came together because, she was like, the people basically turned into Steven from Django. you own this? Who's that on that? So they started tearing up stuff with the white people. It's just the reality of it. Now, and I'm saying this for like people who aren't rich. Like if you're rich and your property is extravagant, and people know if we tear this up, we're gonna have to pay a pretty penny. They don't have these type of issues. But if you're a middle class person who has some property, just understand some of these people gonna have issues. To me, it's the same thing as back in the day when people used to be in the streets and they couldn't sign for a lease on an apartment or a townhome. They'll get some young lady to do it, girlfriend, baby mama, or some chick they pay or whatever, and the renter would say the person passed all their renter tests, and then when it's time to move in, a whole nother person moves in, but they already got everything paid, right? And then you go, oh, wait a minute, this came in here one way, and they turned it into, this is the trapper's home now. Okay, so you have that instance, and then you have people that come over people's house and just tear up stuff and break stuff. I'm not a fan of it because, and the reason one was a tourist city. I'm going back a little bit. My aunt, it was a tourist city. My friend, just a regular major metropolitan city. And what I realized is, you got people trying to rent somebody else's place to do something that they would never do in their own place, or they don't have a place, or their family and friends wouldn't let them do at their place. And you couldn't rent a hall or a party place because that's not what you was trying to do. So you use people's houses as your little experiment. So when you see hole in the wall, hole in the TV, personally, it's like, oh, you just came here to destroy stuff. Because there's no way you just rent something for a few days and destroy it. And then you got to think about it. You got people who are mad at life, and then they see you have something nicer than them, and it all goes left. And then you also have people who, you would say they're toxic or toxic people. Let's just go with that. So whatever happens with them, it could be a cool event, but all of their family and friends that's involved, it's going to be a blow up, and then everybody goes home because you don't steal a comforter. You stole a comforter? Like, no. You're out of pocket. There are a lot of people who can't survive on their own, so they go other places. They go to other people's places and just destroy stuff. Now, the thing about it that people got to understand, even with you people that's out here being scumbags, destroying people's Airbnb properties, you're gonna be found, and you're not just gonna be sued. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all, like, y'all got a history of doing it, and it's like, to me, it's worse than having a bad rental history, because if you have a bad rental history, at some point you won't be able to get an apartment or a townhome condo because it's like you bad rental history. If you're bad with Airbnb, I'm pretty sure they're gonna turn that into a real estate thing where no, you can't have an apartment. No, you can't. The best thing you're gonna be able to do is go to a hotel, and if they ban you from that, you're gonna wind up working your way to homelessness because there's certain rules that need to apply. But for me, I'm like, look, y'all need to stop doing this, because even if you're trying to make a little extra money, these people that are renting these things from you, they're not good human beings. And I'm not gonna say everybody or the majority, but I'm gonna say when you wind up giving your property to a scumbag, they do far more damage than all the people who did right by you. And most of those people can't pay for nothing. So that's why I say you're gonna start seeing people gonna start getting really hurt. Just in general. Go, oh, I can't pay for that. Oh, okay, well, okay. Watch what's about to happen then. But tell me what you think. Like, share, like, share, and subscribe. And catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.